thoughts off the stand, friend, a neighborhood party.
Right on. Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. I'm Justin Barone. Damn, that wasn't even that big a hit. I'm Justin Barone, your friendly neighborhood pothead. Thank you for joining me on your Friday at 4:20 to start your weekend off right, baby. That's right. It's been a while since I've posted a podcast. We've had a lot going on. It's been pretty busy at work. Tyler's been busy moving. So we haven't had a lot of opportunity to record any more of these. We were hoping to, which is what this podcast is going to be about, essentially our story of Kind, or our story of the adventure of Not So Kind. Kind magazine puts on, if you don't know, summer fair every year in Toronto. That's where all the bud tenders go. They get to, talk to the producers and the people that make the stuff, and they give you some samples, and you get to try all that, and it's a good time. It's a good hang. You get to try a wide variety of weeds. So we are stoked every year to go to this thing in the summer, especially because obviously it's nice. It's outside. It's what better way to hang out than to, bake and bake. Bake in the sun and fucking bake your mind. You know what I'm saying? So we were looking forward to doing that this week, and we had this whole plan for the podcast. I had bought fucking lapel microphones, and I was gonna actually put some effort into trying to meet some of the people from our within our industry, and maybe like legitimize the podcast a little bit, for instead of just Tyler and I giving you the information and telling you stories. Like, we can actually show you what we know, and show you people that you know or you'd like to know, because they make the best shit. Anyway, that didn't happen because there was flooding all over Toronto. Great. So I'm drinking scotch today because I wasn't disappointed that day, because we still had an adventure. Don't get me wrong. Like, you put Tyler and I together and then mix in some weed, yeah, you'll have a good time. No matter what, it'll happen. Okay, I promise you. Especially if you like weed. Okay, so a lot of people were, I guess, upset that day. I wasn't. I had a great fucking time. But the next day I was upset. I was disappointed. I was like, oh, everybody's going to go in the morning now and we're going to be stuck doing this. Not this, but like working. And it was a bummer when people started coming in and they had all this free shit with them and we missed out, But whatever, that's the life of a manager. You miss shit sometimes. However, what we did do was we had our own Kind fair. And it was on a bus between Guelph and Brampton. Because we got on the bus to go to the Kind fair, and we found out just as we got into Brampton that Toronto had flooded, and Kind was going to be, we kept going because it was going to be postponed from 3:30 to 4:30, and then I think it was by about 4:30 they called it. I'm assuming mostly because of power. Maybe they got flooded, I don't know. But that's when we found out. We found out in Brampton. I've never been to Brampton. At least not that I remember, okay? And this, as far as I know, is my first trip to Brampton. It was on a bus that gets rerouted because, now we can't go into Toronto. So now we have to come back. But we're going to Kind. We don't just show up at Kind sober being like, hey, let's just try things. No, you get high before you go. Very high before you go. So the whole bus ride out was, we smoked a joint before the bus got here. And in Canada, you can do this, okay? So, sucks to be you if you can't. I'm a little wired today. So, we get on the bus in Guelph at 1:30, I think it was. Yeah, 1:30. And we take that to Brampton. By the time we're in Brampton, it's 1:30, 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock, I think it was. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the time. Because before we got on the bus, we smoked a joint waiting for the bus at the bus stop. We got on the bus. In the course from here to Georgetown, which is not far. It's like a half an hour drive. I ate 100 milligrams of THC and CBG gummies. That was a good time. And then we just, shot the shit on the bus all the way out there. I think that certain people on the bus maybe got like fed up with us, but I don't know. We had fun. At least I had fun. I had a great time. It was awesome. I made my own kind on the bus. Like, that's what the deal was. That's what happened. So we had our own little party on the bus, and then we find out in Brampton that, oh no, you can't go any farther. So I had to piss. We had a half an hour in between getting dropped off and then the bus taking us back to Guelph showed up. So we go over to the Tim Hortons across the street. Everybody gets in line. I had to take a leak so bad. I was the last person in line, man. So by the time I got out of the bathroom, I felt like the line was too long. So I spotted a convenience store. So I was like, oh, I'll just run over to the convenience store and I'll get some shit and then I'll come back. So I go to the convenience store. Now, you have to remember, I've already smoked 1 full gram joint, okay? And I've eaten 100 milligrams of THC and CBG. If you don't know what CBG is the mother cannabinoid, okay? It's the thing that makes all the other things in the plant do what they're supposed to do. So when you put direct CBG with anything else, it enhances that high. So if it's a sativa high, you get like more giggly, social, and talkative. Way more giggly, okay? For me, that means I become more of a man-child. Because I yap about fucking nothing, okay? But I can't stop talking. Also, I giggle a lot. So I had that, and I had Maui Wowie. This is the first time I have ever tried Maui Wowie, and I shit you not, okay? I have been waiting since high school to try Maui Wowie. The first time I heard about Maui Wowie was on Half Baked, when Dave Chappelle's like, the first time, when he narrates it, and he's like, the first time I got high, we got high on Maui Wowie. That was my thing. I was like, I have to try that, and I never was able to. And then a week ago, on our delivery, the shop ends up getting a case of Maui Wowie pre-rolls. And I'm like, motherfucker, I gotta try these. I bought 1 pack. It's 2 1 grams. I bought 1 pack. I smoked 1 of them. I texted back to the shop for somebody to put 2 more aside for me. I am down to 1 Maui Wowie. And when I say Maui Wowie, it is fucking... Dude, the high feels like the word Maui Wowie. Okay? I don't know how to emphasize it anymore. So because I didn't mention it at the beginning, that's what was in the bong. I cut off a little piece of the joint and I stuck it in the bong, and then I had a little leftover from one of the joints the other day, and I kept that and I sprinkled that into the bong. So I'm smoking Maui Wowie right now. Oh, I can tell you what it is too. It's oh shit. Let me see here. I'm fucking high, dude. 26.7. Oh, there we go. I was holding it too close. 28.7%. 28.7% THC. It's a straight sativa. Well, it says sativa dominant. But if that's sativa dominant, that's like Mike Tyson at the height of his career dominant. In one sativa. Kapow! Maui Wowie is right, man. Absolutely, 100%. I really enjoyed it. So that's what I was smoking on the bus, along with this CBG stuff. And man, that high was so good. I smoked another pre-roll somebody had given me, like one of the industry people had given me at one point. I smoked that thing, and it totally fucked up the Maui Wowie high. The Maui Wowie high is all like nice and light, and you have a good time, and you can like do stuff. There's anything like I haven't had anything quite like that in a long time, and I didn't expect that to do what it did. It was fucking incredible, dude. Like amazing. So I think it's safe to say that Maui Wowie is my new favorite sativa. Yep. I need more of those in at the shop. Those would be delicious. But yeah, so that's what we did. We, instead of going to Kind and enjoying all the fun stuff that the world of pot has to offer, we got stuck on a bus ride to fucking Brampton. Oh yeah, I was telling you a story. Okay, so when we got to Brampton, like I said, I had to piss. So we went to the Tim Hortons. Everybody got Tim Hortons. I figured I'd be late, so I ran over to the convenience store. I go and I grab a Kit Kat and a Snickers off the shelf, okay? And I'm standing there with the Kit Kat and the Snickers. There's already a girl at the counter with like a bunch of stuff piled up on the phone. And so I just get in line behind her. And then we're looking around and like there's a guy near the front of the store between like plexiglass on the inside and glass on the outside, and he's just talking on the phone. Boop-a-dope-a-dope. And we're looking around like, where is everybody? And then she turns and looks at me and she's like, she goes, where's the manager? I'm like, I don't know. You got here first. I have no fucking clue. You know, what are you didn't see someone? You're not waiting? I thought you were waiting. So needless to say, because I was all baked on Maui Wowie and it makes everything feel like too much time has passed, I ended up just like as I was leaving, I was putting the Kit Kat and the Snickers back, and the lady finally comes out and she's like, hello. I go, goodbye. It was so dumb. I couldn't believe it. It felt like we sat there for like 20 minutes. It was like, I don't know, maybe 5 at the most. But yeah, it felt like forever. It was horrible. That was my interpretation of Brampton. And then I went back to the Tim Hortons to meet up with everybody. And like, I'm still baked. Like, but it was a really good, nice, light, fluffy baked. It's fluffed up and fried. Yeah, man, it was good. But that was supposed to be, so that was what our kind basically ended up being. But that was supposed to be this launching pad for coming back after such a long break. Because I was hoping that I'd get the chance to, you know, talk to some industry people, get some interviews going, and, you know, show you guys this stuff. But it didn't work out. So what Tyler and I have discussed is that we're going to go to the winter kind, try to do the same thing. But we're thinking about doing it dressed as gorillas. Mostly to stay warm, but, you know, it'd be kind of fun. So hopefully that one works out. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. But it wasn't disappointing until the next day, because we still had a full high day adventure. You know what I mean? Like, we still went on a bus ride out of town. We had a destination. It just so happened that destination changed to not be the destination anymore, you know? And then we had a bus ride back where we all kept high as shit. I smoked at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and like, this dude gave me eyeballs. He stared me down. He gave me side eye like a motherfucker. I smiled and lit the joint. I was I was away. I was behind him. There was no smoke in his way, you know? Maybe he was just envious about my Tuesday afternoon brazen smoking at a bus stop. Hey, it's kind day, man. Anything goes. It's all the good shit. Oh, dude. That scotch is good, but boy, does it pack a punch. Yeah, so Tyler and I were hoping that going to kind would give us the opportunity to produce some newer and better content. And unfortunately, we missed out on that because we couldn't even reschedule to go the next day because everybody else that works with us had the opportunity to go again. So they went, we watched the store. But, you know, kind is always a good time. I'm kind of sad I missed out. It's like if you're okay, how do you describe it to somebody that doesn't smoke weed? It's the same as going to like, and if you're into antiques or like knickknacks, if you're into like, I don't know, or a flea market, but you don't pay for anything. They just give you samples of their work to like show you what it's like. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's Pothead Party. It's a good time. I'm sad that I missed out, but I'll catch it in the winter. You know what else is fucking crazy? Donald Trump almost getting shot in the head. That's fucking nuts, dude. I think, and I'm not like, I'm Canadian, so I have no say. It doesn't matter what I think. It does, But, like, how do you not look at that guy and the way that he, made sure that he stood up with, like, his fist up, being like, yeah, I'm alive, You, like, he's just gonna, you gave him the presidency, no? I don't know. That's my take on it. That's fucked up. It's almost as fucked up as Missing Kind. Dude, that's scary. Like, I don't care if you have, if you don't believe the politics of that person or whatever, but, like, any kind of shit like that, that's terrifying. Do you imagine being that dude? That'd be fucking, oh. I feel like, though, if let's say I was in his situation, right, and that happened, I'd do the same thing. I'd look for my shoes, and I'd be like, you can't get me, that kind of thing. I'd be all, I'm alive, I withstood it, you didn't, I mean, how could you not? That almost doesn't that get, like, how do you go against that? And then all the weird shit that came out after with, like, the lady in the background who was holding a Biden sign, I think. That might have been AI. But I definitely saw a video where there was a woman in the back where the shots are going off and she's holding a camera, like, taking pictures or taking a video. Like, that's fucked up, dude. I wonder if that's just... Like, if you didn't have that option, obviously you wouldn't do it. But my first thought wouldn't be take a picture. Like, that's insane. My first thought would be, where can I get under fastest? But, dude, you gotta give... That's some resilience. Like, you gotta give him his kudos, I don't know. I'm not really into the politics thing. I can't believe that... nowadays anybody would take that kind of risk. I'm also amazed that it was able to happen at all. I don't have an opinion on, what happened, because I just know that, shots were fired and people were missed and people weren't. But it's just surprising to me that this day and age, around somebody as high profile as Donald Trump, like, how do you get that close? Especially when it comes out after that there's all this, like, video around the area from, like, moments before where they were trying to, like, warn whatever police were around or whatnot, I don't know. It's just surprising to me that... I guess it's not that surprising. When you think about it, the amount of technology we have and all the stuff that goes on and the uses that we ultimately... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm getting high as shit. I hope you're high as shit. I hope you're enjoying the sesh. I'm high as balls. I just really wanted to check in this week and just let you know that, like, I haven't really gone anywhere. I've just been trying to find ways to spice up the podcast. And I've been really thinking about what to do, and I was hoping that Kind would have launched it. So I got to get over that, but yeah. We found... we've got out of this, we've got some good ideas. So hopefully in the new, in these new set of episodes, we'll have a little more time to produce a little bit better quality and get more into the industry as well. And get into a wider variety of topics. You know what? Maybe we'll start to prepare a little. It is hard to fucking, smoke weed and talk about stuff at a camera. I'm just saying. Bear with me. Because we've got some ideas. It just depends on whether or not we're capable of pulling them off, right? I don't know what I'm babbling about. What I am talking about here, though, is this 1 gram, Maui Wowie. Dude, these joints are fucking great. They come in 2 1 gram containers. And what did I say they were? 28? Yeah, 28.7%. Come on, light. Yep, 28.7%. They're delicious. You know what they taste like? They taste like sweet and like a candy lime. I don't know if you're into gummies. But if you're into gummies, they taste like lime gummies. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like the world is going to craziness. Weird shit is happening. But then again, there also hasn't, I don't feel like there's been as much weird shit lately. You know? Something had to happen. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm astonished at the fact that we live in an age where we haven't figured out how to be able to just like express ourselves without taking everything so fucking personally. To the point where, it leads to violence. I don't know. It's kind of fucking dumb. Instead of having that mentality, I think people should smoke some Maui Wowie, relax the fuck out, okay? And, you know, ride the bus somewhere, and then just come home. Dude, I'm telling you, that was a fun time. Even though we didn't get to go, we got to visit Brampton Tim Hortons, which forces you to order from the kiosk. And then a convenience store where apparently nobody worked, but everybody stood around and just had conversations in different, what looked to be fake rooms. It's fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen, dude. I don't ever want to go to Brampton again. Oh, it was so weird. Oh. How do you leave your storefront at like 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, completely empty, with nobody answering it? Like, I could have just grabbed that chocolate bar and fucking Kit Kat and walked out. You know? I don't know. The Maui Wowie prevented me from it because I was in too good a mood, man. You know what sucked? Was after we got our stuff at Tim Hortons and we started walking back, that's when I lit this other joint that I thought was like a sativa, but it turned out to be an indica leaning hybrid, but like light indica, you know? And so as soon as I take a couple puffs off it, it started to fuck with the Maui Wowie high, man. And I couldn't have it. I don't know, I didn't even smoke half of it before I chucked it. I couldn't have it. Maui Wowie makes you do weird shit. Because normally I would have just suffered through that bad boy. But I didn't. I threw it because I was so mad that it changed the Maui Wowie high. That's how good these Maui Wowies are. How many times can I say Maui Wowie? I don't know. Play it back. Count them. Make it a game. I'm fucking stoned. I hope you're stoned. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you had a good week. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying the sesh. I don't know. I know I'm rambling. But yeah, that's what I think we're going to do for the coming episodes. We're going to try and spice up the show a little bit. We're going to change up the table. The table's getting changed. So look out for that. Isn't that something to look forward to? Woo woo! Yeah. So sorry for the delay in session. So just if you've been looking for it, that's what's coming up. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's it for this week. Just a quick short one, a reintroduction, you know. So if you haven't listened to this before or watched it, hope you come back next time. And then Tyler and I will be back with a duo of weed dudes. We'll be back. I'm just fucking rambling. Those are my thoughts off the stem for this week. Hope you enjoyed the sesh. Hope you come back next week. Join me, Justin Barone, your friendly neighborhood pothead, on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, YouTube, Good Pods, Podchaser, Pandora. Where else? Tots420.com. Don't forget to check out Tots420.com. That's right. Yeah. Until next time, keep your lids low, baby. Wow. I like this shit. It's good stuff, man. It's delicious.
Thoughts of this damn friendly neighborhood party.
Right on.